my old friend here, Nicole Owens. Nicole, good morning.
How are you, Colin?
You well? Five times All Ireland winner with Dublin. But how does it feel to be described as the ex Dublin star now?
A bit weird, actually. It's really sunk in. But yeah, we'll see. And in the next few weeks, I'll think about that. But at the moment, yeah, just delighted. It's been a good few days, obviously.
I can hear it. Yeah, I can hear how good it's been.
Yeah, no, just been a lot of screaming, to be honest. Yeah, we were up in the Mary Playable last night, so a lot of singing, a lot of screaming, a few drinks. So we'll see now how long this lasts.
I'm always curious. I was talking with Kieran Trent yesterday on the show, and we mentioned yourself as well, and she paid lovely tribute to you, actually. We should play the clip for you shortly, but I was asking about the differences in what it feels like to win, 1 versus 2 versus 3 versus 4. And recency bias, I guess, plays a part in it. But does this feel any different because of what's come after, and that there is no more for you?
Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one because I suppose it was my last one was 2020. So I was out in 2023. I done my ACL. So yeah, it's you I don't want to say get used to winning, but you do after 4. You kind of get into a bit of a groove, and then to go a few years without one. Yeah, it does make this one special, and look, it's a privilege to be able to end on a high. Most people don't get the opportunity to do that.
Yeah, because am I right in saying that this year particularly started very difficult for you with all the injuries that you had, and was it fair to say that you needed to be talked around about coming back?
Yeah, that's been the story of, unfortunately, the last few years. Yeah. I think just trying to get back on the pitch, to be honest. So I had 2 surgeries, one on each Achilles at the end of last year. It was meant to be hopefully a bit of routine to get back. Took absolutely ages. March, I wasn't able to run. I couldn't cross the road without being in pain. So it took, I met one of the girls, Hannah Leahy, who's the queen of coming back, who's just come back after 3 ACLs. So I met her for a chat about it, because you kind of get to the stage where I was I don't want to go back into the setup injury again. And everyone's Nicole's back, and then I'm in the gym for 3 months. But no, I'm delighted that, herself and a few of the girls I chatted to, and yeah, delighted that I didn't end it after last year on what was a pretty crap match.
It was specifically 2 ACLs and an Achilles issue, wasn't it?
Yeah, two ACLs, a meniscus, and then a issue in both Achilles. So yeah, they went in and took a bit out of this stupid ligament that I have in both Achilles that does nothing. And yeah, so yeah, I'm keeping Santry Sports Clinic going now at this stage.
So it means that when you get to this stage, that there isn't a question about going back, that the decision is made and we got over the line. I've all that stuff behind me, and I'm reasonably fit now, and I leave it at that.
Yeah, I think there's only so many times you can go back to the well, to be honest. And I've spent way more time in the gym than I have on the pitch in the last few years. And I think you can. It's the body loses a bit of the will, and the mind probably gets there eventually. To be honest. So yeah, no, I think it was a good few weeks ago. Probably I kind of thought, this is probably it, and I made that decision myself before the final, because I knew obviously if we lost, he'd kind of be I'll come back one more good year. But I've been chasing a good year for the last 5 years. So I think at some point, winning like that, especially on a performance like that, you just kind of have to say, I was blessed to get that, and sail away.
Was there much chat? You said there a few weeks ago, and obviously Hannah is very much on the record, and a few more. There was the Last Dance thing, the greatest cliche now that gets mentioned when a small group of players are retiring from any team. Was that an overt thing? Did you speak about it, Nicole, or was it just something happening in the background?
No. I think it's a personal decision, do you know what I mean, for a lot of people. And I didn't necessarily want it to become a big thing after the final either. Yeah. I think there's a lot of people, and there's definitely a few others, unbelievable stalwarts, who probably won't come back after this year, but maybe either we'll probably just, sail away into the sun and say nothing. So yeah, it's one of those ones. It's a very personal thing, and it's, cross that bridge once we won, and thankfully we won. So,
how did you feel when you woke up Sunday morning?
It feels like years ago now. Actually, great. Yeah. I think I felt pretty good. I think the big thing for me was just wanted, a lot of people said it to me, and I would have met like Mick Bound during the week, and he would have said like to enjoy it. I think there's a thing we kind of lose. Everything becomes so big around the game, and it's like it's all so much pressure, and everything's built up, and you kind of lose the fact that like, you know, you're training on horrible like shit ground, you're training in January to like get back to this, and like Croke Park is like a beautiful place to be able to play, and I think definitely kind of maybe the last few matches kind of would have got lost up in like the kind of pressure and, you know, the fear and the fact that like, yeah, I think for myself, you're trying not to think like every match could be my last match. I think going in for me that it was, I was like, look, enjoy it, because like it's like probably won't get back to Croke Park. I mean, I will back sales that, you know, we might go on a champion run this year, but I'm not sure we'll make it to the All-Ireland final. So yeah.
Did you ever stop enjoying playing itself?
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, I did. Like I walked away in 2021. Like I wasn't, when they lost the All-Ireland final to me, that walked away like
That's young. That's really young.
Yeah, just that year, I just, again, like back to back injuries, and I think you get to where it becomes all you can fixate on, and the football's actually an afterthought. You're just like, oh, I'm just trying to get on the pitch, and you're worrying about like my quad's a bit tight, my hamstring's a bit tight, like will this start hurting? And yeah, I think you lose sight of it. So I think, yeah, just coming back and enjoying playing again, I think has been massive.
I hope you're ready to be embarrassed here, Nicole. I have that video I talked about there a second ago about Ciara Trent. This is Ciara yesterday paying tribute to your career. And she's been such a huge part of Dublin's successes over the last couple of years as well.
The interesting thing about Nicole is she's such a skillful player. You know, she kick balls from everywhere, inside the boot, outside the boot. She'll get you goals. She'll make those hard runs that are impossible to track, the speed of her. But Nicole, for some reason, really, really loves hard work. And if you have a running session or something like that, Nicole, she tunnel vision, 100% focused, and she must win the running, the fitness, all that sort of thing. She works so hard, and I think that's quite unique for such a skillful player. Usually, skillful players kind of rely on what they can do on the ball, and they can be lazy off the ball. Not Nicole.
So it makes her one of the most complete players in the country. Was she telling the truth there?
I don't know in the last few years, but yeah, definitely. I think we used to do a lot of 1K tests back when Trent was about, and I think I don't know if it was a kind of ego thing. It just became, especially like coming back from injury, you just like want to show that you can still, you know, stay up there, and especially playing wing forward, like it's up and down, so you kind of need to have a bit of an engine.
Can I ask you a couple of things about the game itself? One, what point in the game did you first think to yourself, we're really on this, they're not, and it's here for the taking?
Oh, yeah, I don't know exactly what time, but definitely before the end of the first half, because at one point I was spending more time running out for kick-outs after we'd score points than I was actually on the ball. It was like just tick, 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 tick. And I think, like, obviously we've seen obviously in the last few weeks, that's the second half playing out completely differently, so you never ever think, but I think we've been chasing a performance, and I know probably you've heard this from a few people now, we've been chasing a performance, and the Galway game, there was probably 10, 11 of us who weren't happy with our performance in the Galway game. We're happy with the team's performance. So yeah, I think once we started going and like we had the performance that was in us and everyone knew we could have, I just didn't really think we were ever going to take our foot off the gas. Yeah,
like what you're talking about maybe is the Cork hurlers or the Donegal footballers to a degree. Does any of that stuff come up at half-time then?
Yeah, I don't think everyone would ever, you know, try and use them as some sort of like, a wake-up call, but I think just like it is a different game. Like we've all been, like, to be honest, like I came off and I don't know, I was sitting there with like 9 minutes to go, like, or maybe 10 minutes ago, and we were 9 points up, and I was kind of like, I've been there before. 2014, we were 9 points up with about 15 minutes to go. So I think once you've been burned once, it's hard to get rid of that.
Go on, sorry.
Just one on the goal.
That's the one.
Is it helpful that your captain is celebrating before you've kicked the ball?
Yeah, I don't know. It was nice for her to back me there. It took her long enough to give me the ball. So this is probably the first dent to the voice was probably screaming Carla about 100 times, which is funny because when you watch it back, like Hedjo actually is ahead of me, and Hedjo showing off Hedjo becomes an unbelievable decoy run then. So yeah, no, look, I'm delighted she backed me to put it in. I think we've been watching the first half of the Tyrone game beforehand, and they won in the end, but I think they missed about 3 goal chances in the first half. So I remember thinking, like, if I get in a situation, just keep the head calm and just,
Because with all the stuff that you've won and all the biggest occasions that you've been to repeatedly, I do wonder, Nicole, in that goal that you scored on Sunday, when you're clean through on goal, so close to the goal, you must still get quite giddy at the prospect of, like, you're a shoe in here to score a goal in All-Ireland final.
Yeah, well, I've been burned before, I think, of it. Being like, oh, we have this. You see it all the time, people celebrating goals, like NFL players celebrating before they go over the line and stuff. So, I was on it, to be honest, by the time, as I said, by the time Carla gave me the ball, I didn't have much time to think about it. I was almost like getting it out of my hands down onto my foot before I got cleaned by someone. So, special though.
It's a great photo. It's definitely a framer, that photograph of Carla with her 2 hands up and you're about to boot the ball. It's absolutely class.
Yeah, that's class. That's unbelievable. You finished 5-3 finals record. Okay, yes. And this is a celebratory interview. Okay, let's get that clear. But I do want to know, like, I'm always interested, Nicole, in knowing the difference in the feeling of winning versus losing.
Yeah, well, like, I mean, you were playing a clip of Darren O'Sullivan there before me, who I haven't seen in a while. So I was like, geez, that'll bring you right back. Yeah, look, it's because there's so much build up, and I think especially games like, look, obviously it was quite convincing on Sunday, but like even games that are really close that come down to, a few of those games that we lost for a wide point, and the whole picture changes after, in terms of, like, if you lose, like, no one really wants any much to do with you. You're not getting free drinks in all the pubs. The banquet is bleak, to be honest. It's really bleak, because it's a bit of a stretch at the best times, to be honest. Like, sure, we were fed at like 10:30, maybe 11 by the time we got fed Sunday evening. So, like, and that was fine because everyone was buzzing. But, like, if you've lost, like, no one really wants to be there. You've got to do other formalities. Like, it's pretty grim. And, like, obviously for us to lose 3 years in a row, it's weak.
And contrast then with last night and Sunday as well, in that you yourself can have the ultimate celebration. I mean, you all can, but you know that that's it for you now. And I wonder, does that, like, equal jubilation and unbelievable happiness, or is there a sense of emotion to it too, because this is it now for you?
Yeah, I've actually been, for someone who's quite emotional, I was probably more emotional in the lead up when I kind of made my decision.
Yeah.
But actually, it's just been a lot of happiness since. I did have a cheeky cry last night when Anna McGuinness was singing for us in the pub. That got me, but apart from that, now it's just been, to be honest, it'll probably be the next few weeks then, obviously, once everyone starts coming back. And it's like, I was leaving DCU and I've been, like, going into DCU for 14 years or something. And I was like, the last time I looked back at, like, the ground that we trained on for all that time, like, I think that was a bit like, oh, that kind of hit you. But I think I'd like to think that'll pass pretty fast, to be honest, when I'm not heading there 4 days a week. So
you're, like, it sounds like, and you are really content with your decision. Was it primarily motivated by all those injuries and you thought, I just want to finish this now on my own terms? Or do you think actually that this was a natural end anyway? I know it's difficult to say because your journey has to include all the injuries to get where you are now. But because I was thinking there must be a lot of football left in you. You're only 32.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, we'll bring that back to club, but no, I think I kind of mix of both, to be honest. Yeah, like, it's kind of, there's a lot of other life as well that, you're kind of, you're asking your family, your partner, like, I've been a pretty horrible person to be around, I think, the last few weeks. You're asking them to sort of put on side, like, trying to organise, like, anything, trying to commit to anything, like, it does, like, that's a massive part of it. And I think I'm still youngish, so I think, like you and all together now, like, I want to get all together now, like, I want to like have
You're
a few
booked for next year. Consider it done, Nicole.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I heard you had whatchamacallit, you had a few of the lads on, I think. Were you there, or was that someone else?
Colin was down there,
yeah. Who do we have? Well, we had Brian Kerr. Are you on about the guests now that we had ourselves?
Yeah, I'm trying to think. You had a few. One of the girls, anyway. McCaff was down doing something. Michael Dara was down doing something.
Yeah, he was. Yeah. And then we'd have League of Ireland panel too. I know there was a good few heads popping in alright throughout the 3 days.
You can run me down for next year now.
Yeah, I felt for you winning your All Ireland final. I was like, I think she'd rather be here.
Yeah, tough.
It's really tough, Nicole. Yeah. It is tough for you. It's tough.
Yeah.
But I'm going to try and end this as sincerely as possible. Like, what a ridiculous career that you've had. Because I know you're busy overall anyway. But the consistent quality you've had too. And just to hear your teammates and now ex-intercounty teammates talk about you so glowingly as a player and as a person, like, it must be a phenomenal feeling to feel so loved and also so appreciated by the game.
Yeah, it is. And like, I think, look, one of the things that Paul and Derek would have said this year was like you come for the football and you stay for the people. And to be honest, they're like, it's so crucial. And I think if you're not enjoying it, that's such a massive part of it. So yeah, it's an honour, to be honest.
Where are you at on Wednesday morning? Do you drive on for another night or two, or what's the plan?
Great question.
Well, sorry?
Do you drive on? Did you say the Murray Cobbler, was it, that we were last night?
The Murray Playboy.
The Murray Playboy. Do you drive on for another night or two now, or what's the plan?
No, I don't know. I'm going to Barcelona now. Tomorrow, I think. I think it's tomorrow. I don't know. So I need to like get myself sorted. Yeah, no, I think I need to give this a break, to be honest.
Take a breather. What did you say? Somebody was singing earlier on in the pub last night.
Yeah, Hannah McGuinness.
Okay.
Because I don't know, for like I keep calling them kids, but like for I don't know, a 19-year-old is like unbelievably smart, great at football, lovely sound, and also plays the guitar, sings. Was just in awe of her last night. So yeah, I think Dublin's in good hands going forward.
Have you a song that you get behind, like a team song?
Yeah, a few. I think like Pink Pony Club kept
brilliant
this year. There's the old classics. But yeah, no, I wouldn't be for a song now.
Not at all.
Not today, anyway.
Not at all. Go on, rest that weary voice.
Thanks so much.
Thanks a mil for coming on, Nicole. Really appreciate it. All the best. Congratulations again.
Thanks. Bye.
One of the greats.